Two alarms ring at the exact same moment in the same busy city this early morning. One hand silences it gently from silk sheets in a penthouse high above the streets below. The other hand fumbles for it desperately in a cramped van seat at ground level. Both phone screens glow with the same familiar Amazon blue light simultaneously right now. But only one person checks the weather app carefully before stepping outside safely today. Stay. Because this story will show you exactly what convenience truly costs everyone involved here. His expensive coffee machine grinds beans worth more than your entire breakfast meal today. Your drink cools slowly in a plastic cup between the first 3 deliveries of the day. He opens a laptop displaying stock prices climbing steadily upward on the screen now. You push a van door showing heavy rain pouring onto empty wet streets outside today. His calendar shows important meetings in rooms with names like Summit and Peak today. Your schedule lists endless stops numbered in sequences you cannot ever escape from now. He speaks warmly to people who call him by his first name always in the office. You address cold doorbells that echo back with hollow silence every single time today. His important decisions move global markets with a single signed document today right now. Your daily choices navigate busy intersections where seconds become costly penalties very quickly here. His office window shows the entire city as a beautiful abstract peaceful view always. Your windshield reveals the city as obstacles requiring constant dangerous attention every moment now. He ends his day with warm applause from people who share his vision always today. You finish your day with a star rating from someone you never met before ever. His expensive chair remembers the exact shape of his body perfectly always in the office. Your worn seat remembers every single bump from every street you traveled daily for work. Both of you signed agreements promising mutual benefit when you first started working here. But only one of you can renegotiate when the terms change unexpectedly right now today. Someone always pays the hidden price written in the fine print somewhere in the system. The system sees only numbers where it should see human faces clearly every single time. It measures speed but never counts the breaths between deliveries ever in the process. Your identity becomes a driver ID that resets every single season automatically without warning. Pain gets recorded as an efficiency problem requiring immediate solution always in the reports. The warehouse stretches endlessly with packages waiting for movement all day long every day. Your eyes grow heavy as the route counter keeps climbing higher constantly without stopping. His compensation grows significantly when your delivery times become faster each week every time. Your body ages with each requirement to move just a little quicker daily without rest. Prime promises everything arriving before you even finish asking for it always today. But nothing arrives without someone carrying the invisible heavy weight somewhere in the system. A family opens their door smiling at the box in their hands happily today right now. You walk away knowing your forced smile cost you something real today always forever. The review thanks the speed without seeing the person behind it ever in the process. Your knees ache painfully as you climb the next flight of stairs slowly with effort. Money flows upward through channels you cannot access directly at all in the system. Fatigue flows downward through bodies that have no choice but to continue working always. You become invisible inside a uniform that makes you easily replaceable now in the system. Your worth appears as a percentage on a screen you cannot touch ever in your life. One missed scan creates a ripple that reaches places you cannot see at all today. That ripple becomes a dangerous wave that threatens everything you built carefully over time. He has never felt the weight of a single package in his hands ever before today. You have carried thousands until your shoulders learned to accept it completely over time. Information travels upward from streets to servers in milliseconds instantly always in the system. Exhaustion travels downward from screens to bones in complete silence daily without notice. Who designed a system where both can exist without ever meeting once in their lives? What would you sacrifice to never worry about tomorrow again honestly right now today? What would you ignore if it meant keeping the life you have now in this moment? When does convenience cross the line into something harder to accept finally for everyone? There is a moment coming where their paths almost touch soon in the near future. Your legs remember every single staircase from every building you entered for deliveries. His chair has never known the feeling of climbing anything ever in his entire life. You lift weight that has a number and a destination attached always for each delivery. He carries pressure that has no physical form but weighs more heavily on his mind. The app tracks your location with precision that feels like watching constantly without stopping. It knows where you are but has never asked who you are as a person. You know which streets flood when the rain comes hard every single time without fail. He knows which quarters end with numbers that determine bonuses always in the system. Both of you live inside structures built by other people's hands without your input. But only one of you feels the walls closing in daily without any escape route. The customer checks their phone wondering where their package stands right now at this moment. You check your phone wondering if your body can continue much longer under this strain. He watches graphs that climb toward goals without any ceiling ever in the system. You become the engine that makes those graphs possible every single day without rest. Burnout appears in reports as a statistic requiring management attention always in the system. It feels like a feature designed into the system from the very start intentionally. You show the new driver how to scan before your shift ends today right now. He approves automation that removes positions without any announcement ever in the company. Both positions could disappear and the system would continue running perfectly without anyone noticing. Only one of you wakes up knowing this truth in your bones every single morning. Knowing becomes its own kind of tax you pay every morning without any choice. There is a corner where their worlds nearly collide one afternoon soon in the future. They breathe the same air in the same crowded metropolitan space daily without noticing. But they move through entirely separate realities that never intersect ever in their lives. He taps a screen and a meal appears at his office door quickly without effort. You carry that meal upstairs after your break got cancelled again without warning. The tip notification glows briefly on his expensive device screen momentarily without significance. The effort behind that meal disappears from your tired account completely without recognition. You walk past his tower during every single route you complete daily without him noticing. He has never noticed the face that delivers his comfort every single day ever. Your labor helped build the structure that now towers above you always without your consent. Your silence allows that structure to continue reaching higher still today without question. The real tax cannot be calculated in dollars or any currency ever in this system. It measures itself in hours that you will never get back again in your life. It counts the moments you missed with people who matter most deeply in your heart. It tallies the dreams you postponed until they faded quietly away without fulfillment. He pays with isolation that comes with every level of success he achieves in life. You pay with a body that accumulates damage without any warning signs appearing. Both payments happen in shadows where no one keeps account ever in this system. But only one of you lacks the option to simply walk away from this situation. The machine needs your agreement every single day to function properly without interruption. So I ask you now, who carries the heavier burden here really in this situation? Is it the one who signs the checks authorizing every payment in the system? Or the one who cashes them after giving something irreplaceable away forever? Maybe the tax exists in the question itself that lingers always in your mind. Maybe the cost is choosing to stay silent about what you know deep inside. You have carried weight before that others never noticed or acknowledged in your life. You have held responsibility that disappeared once you set it down without recognition. What will you do now that you see this pattern clearly in front of you? If this story found something true inside you, let it remain in your heart today. If you recognize this design in your own life, you are not alone in this. The next package that arrives might carry more than you expected in its contents. The valley tax is always due, and it never forgets a thing about your sacrifice.